Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing switch kick and how to set it up and different variations of the switch kick, and at the end we'll go over the switch hook. And yes, I'll have my caretaker with me today as well. So the first thing with a switch kick is the footwork. So we've got a stance here. Say we're orthodox, we've got our left foot forwards. So the lead foot goes half step back and the rear foot goes full step forwards. Okay, and then return back to normal position. So half step back for the lead foot, full step forwards, the rear foot, and then you'll throw the kick to the lead foot. So you're basically setting yourself up for the kick with the half step back, full step forwards, meaning that your lead foot's now your rear foot and you can kick. And all a switch kick is doing this really fast. So it's half step back, full step forwards, and you're doing that action super fast. Like that. So half step, full step. So it's just a really quick movement on the switch. So it's half step back, full step forwards, but really quick. So okay, and then you add the kick in at the end. So what you want to avoid is you'll want to avoid jumping, because when you jump you have no base, and that means you're easier to knock over, and at that particular moment you don't have any connection with the ground. So you want to avoid doing a jump, and you want to do a half step back, full step forwards, really quickly, and then add the kick at the end. To increase the power and speed of the kick, you want to land on the ball of your foot. So when you pull that front foot back, you want to land on the ball of the foot and then step and kick. So you're using the reactionary force of the ground to get your kick up faster. So landing on the ball of the foot with the kicking leg. So on the pads it looks like this. So you've got the half step back, full step forwards, kick. And all you're doing is doing that footwork super quick, as I said before. One way to set up the switch kick, Don Strona uses this one a lot, is you throw out the jab in between, like so. And this means it blinds the opponent for a split second and they can't see the kick coming beforehand. So you pop that jab out as you're doing a switch. And if you slow this down, it's half step back, full step forwards, left hand comes out, and then kick. So once again, half step back, full step forwards, left hand comes out, left kick. So popping that jab out in between the kick, and it'll blind the sight of the opponent, won't be able to see the kick coming as the kick comes in. One more time, switch jab, kick. So with the switch movement, you can do this multiple times. So you can go 1, 2, and you can keep doing this over and over again, and if you keep repeating it, it becomes a Muhammad Ali shuffle. Almost like a dance move. But try to avoid jumping, yeah? Oh. So try not to leave the air. You want to do the half step, full step, half step, full step. And you're just doing that super fast. Dominic Cruz uses this kind of footwork to put people off. And it's hard then to tell what side the strikes are coming, because when you're having to deal with awkward footwork, your eyes get drawn to that and you forget what's coming up with the hands or what side the kick might be coming in at. So on the pads, I could do 1, 2, 3, kick, or if it was the other side, I could do 1, 2, kick. And I could just keep confusing the person, and at the same time I can throw jabs out at the same time. You right? Yeah, cool. Okay, so another point before we move on is try to avoid friction on the ground. Try to do little steps so that it's you hear like a pattering of feet rather than scraping. Because if there's friction on the ground, that's slowing down your movement and it's wasted energy. So try to make it a tap rather than a little squeak on the floor. Okay, so the next one we can do is instead of doing the normal switch, we can actually do a split switch. So we go like this, and then that means we're changing the angle and we're getting out after our strike. So this time, instead of moving half a step back, we're moving half a step to the left. And then we do half step to the side, because otherwise it would be too wide. And then we kick, and then we're off at an angle. So once again, half step out, kick. Once again, we're avoiding jumping, we're doing the steps one at a time. And then when we build the speed up, it'll be nice and quick. Once again, we can add in the jab, so we're going half step, add the jab, and then kick. So on the second step, adding that jab in to disguise your kick. So on the pads, it's the same thing, but we're going off to the side. And the good thing is we're off from the centre line of our opponent's strikes, but also because our leg's been left behind, sometimes there's more power dragged through in the kick as well. So you can pop that jab in, kick, and this is a split switch. Okay, so the last switch variation I'll be running over is one to cover distance. TJ Dillashaw does this in some of his fights. In fact, one of them he knocked the opponent out, and it's from a far distance. So if you've got the pads far away of that, yeah, sure. So this time it's exactly the same process, but maybe instead of going so far back, we're looking to cover the distance, so we're not going as far back as we would normally. And on top of that, the main thing we're focusing on is ducking our head forwards. Okay, so if we duck our head forwards, where our head goes, our body will go. So ducking head forwards and kicking. Another advantage of this is it kind of fakes that we're going low, but we're going high. So if we go slightly further back, so duck our head forwards, exactly the same thing, kick. And this helps us cover more range with the kick. Final thing we'll be adding on is the switch hook. So after you've done a couple of switch kicks, this is highly effective and it tends to catch people out. So we're doing the switch kick 2 times, and by this point your opponent's probably going to guess when you do a switch the kick's going to come up, but on the last one you're going to switch and you're going to hook. Okay, so switch kick 1, switch kick 2, and then switch hook on the last one, and it comes on the opposite side. So switch kick, the last one, hook. And when we do this, if we slow down the switch hook, we half step back, full step forwards, jab comes out, and we're pulling back our right shoulder so it's recoiled, ready to throw the hook in. So that's an important point, is pull that shoulder back as you do this technique. Cool, thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Quite a bit of details in there, and I think we learned some things maybe today. Yes, that's the most important bit. Yep. You can learn it, I think everyone.
Give you guys a hope.
Anyway, thank you for watching and see you soon.